What up, boys? It's Salvajee. Here are my Destiny 2 first impressions. I'm going to be bringing you guys my final Destiny 2 thoughts, my, I guess you could say, quote-unquote, Destiny 2 review in a couple of months, maybe about 2 months or so, because of course that is when the longevity of Destiny 2 is actually going to be tested. Because one of the greatest things about Destiny is not the gameplay, it's not the strikes, it's not the subclasses, it's actually the longevity. Alright, one of the biggest obstacles in Destiny 1 was, of course, the longevity. You know, when you would do everything in the game, there was basically nothing for you to do. So yeah, my final thoughts will come out in a couple of months, but now let's concentrate on the now. I've played Destiny 2 for a couple of hours, a lot of hours actually. I almost have a character on 250 light or power, whatever it's called right now. Anyways, the point is, I've been really enjoying the game, and I of course want to share my thoughts with you guys because of course I know you guys are curious. So let's get right into it. I have to say that the story in this game, no spoilers, don't worry about it, was amazing. Not too long, not too short, but just like perfect length. I really enjoyed the story, and if you basically rush to the story, you're probably gonna finish it in about maybe 6 hours or so. But if you actually, you know, take your time and you know, you like level up to the specific power level and all that stuff, you're probably maybe gonna get 8 hours out of the story and all of that good stuff, which is actually pretty good, okay? Because it's not just you do a story mission, then you do another one, then you do another one. No, it's not like that, right? Sometimes, you know, you have to be a specific level to do a story mission. So if you're not that specific level, you're basically forced to explore the world, do some adventures, lost sectors, public events, all of that good stuff. Anyways, the point is, I really enjoyed the story, and honestly, this is the story that Destiny 1 should have gotten. Like, the story in Destiny 1 should have been like the story in Destiny 2, just very awesome. And on top of all that, what's this thing called? Very cinematic. There were a lot of cutscenes on the Destiny 2 campaign, but I do have to say there weren't a ton of cutscenes, right? And honestly, that's one of the things that I don't like about Destiny 2 or Destiny, is that sometimes they tell story as in, hey, you know, go talk to this character, and then this character and you will basically have a dialogue, and the character will advance the plot and story in some sort of way. I wish they would have just do that through cutscenes, but of course, it's all good, you know, it's just a minor thing, okay? Another thing that I really like about this game, and honestly I just have to point it out because I feel like no one has pointed this out, guys. A lot of people are taking this for granted, and that thing that I love about this game so much is the fact that now, let's say that you're on a planet, you can actually fast travel to another area of the planet. This is amazing, okay? Let's say that there's a public event on the other side of the map. You can easily just fast travel and bam, you're right there on the public event. Let's say that you just finished a lost sector and you don't want to make all of your way back into the actual map. Guess what? Fast travel, son. On top of all that, I love the fact that you can of course go from one planet to another planet without going to orbit. Honestly, that was just really annoying in Destiny 1, and I'm really glad that of course they made this, you know, improvement. It's a small improvement, but honestly it's something that changes the game in a major way, guys. Again, really like it. So something big that they advertised in Destiny 2 were of course lost sectors, public events, and adventures. So let's talk about that now. I haven't really done a lot of adventures, but there is one major thing that I have noticed about adventures. What happens when I do all of them? Like, I sort of feel like there really aren't as many adventures as I thought there were going to be. So basically, what happens, Bungie? Like, after I do these adventures, do more appear? Can I like redo the old adventures? Because yeah, if we don't get more adventures, then you know, some of the longevity in Destiny 2, it's kind of gonna be in a little bit of a problem. I don't know. I'm just saying that. All right. But anyways, I haven't really done a lot of adventures, so you know, I can't really tell you guys that, you know, when you do adventures, more adventures come out. I do know that when you beat the campaign, you know, you do get more adventures. So yeah, there's that. Anyways, now let's talk about lost sectors. Lost sectors, I'm kind of disappointed. You know, I thought lost sectors were going to be lost sectors, but no, you just go to the map, and then in the map there's an icon of a lost sector, and if you go there, you basically find the lost sector. So in other words, it's not really a lost sector, it's just like a found lost sector that you're going to go to of course get some loot, if you guys know what I mean. The point is, you know, I don't really like that, but it's cool, you know, it's understandable. I guess Bungie wants people to actually go into these lost sectors and loot them and all that stuff, so you know, I guess you could say it's understandable. Public events are also pretty cool. I really like the fact that, you know, you got heroic public events now. They're actually pretty enjoyable, and of course they feel more engaging than Destiny 1 public events. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I gotta say about public events, guys. They're just public events, and as time passes, people are just gonna be like, oh yeah, you know, we're just gonna do this public event. You know, no big deal. Oh yeah, this public event. I know how to do the heroic thingy on it. Like, let's just do it. I'm pretty sure that's how it's gonna be because you know it's just a public event. You guys know what I mean? Anyways, another thing that I really like about Destiny 2 is the. Oh wait. Before I get into that, let me just tell you guys something that I just could not stand throughout the entire game. Sparrows. You don't get a sparrow. Spoiler alert. You don't get a sparrow until you beat the game or you reach level 20, and then you get a sparrow from a bright engram. Guys, I was so furious as I was doing the Destiny campaign. I was like, when am I going to get a sparrow? I am so tired of walking from one point to the next, from one point to the next. Anyways, like, the point is, I just want my sparrow. Okay, Bungie, why did you do that? Okay, so anyway, something that I really like about this game, guys, is the fact that we get 3, not 2, 3 subclasses. Okay, I was actually really surprised. Remember, I didn't really keep up with a lot of Destiny 2 news, but the point is, I was really surprised when I found out that you could actually have 3 subclasses. You know, the Sunbreaker, the Striker, and of course the Sentinel, which by the way is my favorite subclass for the Titan. But yeah, I'm really happy that of course they brought the 3 subclasses back. They could have easily brought 2 back and then added, you know, the 3rd one in the campaign, but they didn't do that, and I'm really glad that they didn't, because of course having all 3 subclasses is amazing, and on top of that it also adds some variety. Alright, last but not least, I want to talk about one last thing, and of course it's strikes. I really like the strikes in Destiny 2. So far, I think I've only played maybe 4 of them or so, and my friend told me that there are more, and that I am missing a couple of them. But anyways, the point is, I really like strikes, and they're very enjoyable. On top of all that, the bosses aren't like bullet sponges, so that's also, you know, a great thing. You know, some bosses you have to do them, you know, you have to fight them in a specific way, while others you have to be very evasive, while others, you know, you just have to use relics and all that good stuff. Anyways, the point is, guys, that I really like strikes in Destiny 2. Okay, now I want to talk about, you know, something else that has been, you know, people have been talking about and all that stuff. So after you reach level 20, you get bright engrams, and bright engrams basically give you items from the Eververse store. So they give you emotes, exotic sparrows, exotic ships, legendary sparrows, and on top of that they also give you ornaments, right? I really like that every time that you level up you actually get a bright engram, which of course gives you an item for the Eververse store, because that basically means that you don't have to buy you know, things from the Eververse store. Like in Destiny 1, you know, you would pay for microtransactions to actually get the items that you wanted, and that's why I never wasted a single penny on Destiny 1, because I was not going to pay for the microtransactions that are cosmetics. Like, I was just not going to do that. Anyways, the point is that in this game, every time you get to level 20, you get a bright engram, which then you can encode, which gives you an opportunity to, of course, get some of the things that, of course, you can actually, you know, obtain from the Eververse store. Anyways, last but not least, a lot of people are talking about microtransactions that are pay to win because of some armor mods and weapon mods that you can actually apply into your weapon. Honestly, I don't really think this is a big deal. People are just making a big deal out of it. I do understand that if you do put $20 into the game, lol. Did you guys see what I just said, dude? Anyways, if you put $20 into the game, okay, like, you are going to get some armor mods and some weapon mods and all that stuff, but it's just not a big deal. All right, I mean, I guess you could say in PvP they should disable it, because obviously that's, you know, that makes sense, but Destiny is a PvE game. All right. Oh, and by the way, that actually leads me to my next topic. Oh, and by the way, the whole thing on the armor mods and stuff, I don't really care about it, honestly. Like, I'm not really stressing over it. But anyways, last but not least, I've also saw some people talking about Destiny and the PvP game and how it's not really the greatest. Honestly, Destiny is a PvE game for me. Like, it's never been a PvP game. PvP is just something that they added on the side because YOLO, you know, because they just wanted to. Because it's the standard for FPS games when it comes down to nowadays. But yeah, Destiny is a PvE game, and I don't really care that PvP is, you know, I guess you could say not as good as an actual FPS game. But I do have to say that I do not like how I cannot choose Clash or Supremacy. Okay, like, I don't like that now it's just quick play and competitive. Okay, like, I want to choose which game I want to play. I want to play Clash. Okay, I want to play Supremacy. I don't want to play Control. Why are you putting me in Control? I don't really like that you can't choose the Crucible game modes like in Destiny 2, but whatever. I'm not a Crucible player anyway, so I really shouldn't be complaining, but again, it's just something that I wanted to point out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on my Destiny 2 first impressions. For more Destiny 2 coverage, feel free to subscribe to join the Salvajee cartel. Remember, you guys can follow me on Patreon for some special benefits. And of course, I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. Peace out.